Do your intro.
Hey guys, so we're done cooking. In case you didn't see the last live video, we're done cooking, and now what are we doing? Eating.
It's time
I don't know
to
why I
eat.
didn't figure that out, Janat. For years, when the mukbangers started, like in 2017, 2015, or 2016, I didn't know. I should have sat down and ate then when it was a thing, you know? I'm so stupid.
So you literally cook all this food and not tell people or test the food out.
Well, we'd taste it on camera, but just taste, and then in the show, then B-Loves and them were doing mukbangs, and everybody was making money, and I'm like, why didn't I just sit down and eat my own food?
Why
It's
didn't
so
you?
silly.
Okay,
So you guys mukbang, do not here with us again, but he never left.
So y'all know that I give unbiased opinions about everything. Thank you so much.
That's what we love about
We
you.
are literally about to. First of all, before I even try the food, we got a couple of different hot sauces here. Now, me personally, I'm from the hood, so I'm used to the Louisiana cheap ass bottle hot sauce that you can find at the dollar store. Girl. You understand what I'm saying? So right here we got Maria Sharp's Beware. Marie Sharp's is a proud product of Belize. Beware hot sauce. Comatose heat level.
That's the heat level. Now she has the one hot sauce, but different heat levels, and they're called different things because of the heat levels.
Okay,
so that's supposed to be a hot one.
So this is the hot one. Before I put it on my oxtails, which I will not waste, my rice and peas, my plantains, and my potato salad, and my meat pies, which I will not waste, I'm going to try this one and tell you. It's good. It's different.
Has a flavor?
It's really good. It's different. It's so hot. It's a kick. It's a different type of heat that I'm used to.
Is it too hot? Would you think if you put a lot on your rice, you might mess it up? Okay.
Yes, I think that's like a heat that, like, you know, because I'm half Jamaican, what I usually do when I can create cook Jamaican foods, I use the ghost pepper, put it in there, make sure it don't bust. If it busts, your whole food is messed up. I kind of feel like that's like a ghost pepper that kind of probably leaked out a little bit too much, so it's a little bit hot. You know? So next up we have hot sauce LLP Lips, Living Life in Positive Serenity.
Somebody gave that to me as a gift. All right,
Somebody
I haven't tasted it yet.
Someone gave it to her as a gift. So my first problem with this hot sauce bottle is that it's in a bottle that you would expect your shampoo in. It's not designed to be spill proof. Is not designed to, like, you know how, like, when you get hot sauce bottles, you dump it out and you got to hit it sometimes to get more out. So this is just like a total spill. And when you have total spill bottles or excessive spillage, I don't expect it to be too hot. And then another thing, congratulations to this gentleman creating his own hot sauce, whatever it's made out of. But this is me personally. He has a gay flag over it, Living Life in Positive Serenity. And when I read Living Life in Positive Serenity, he has a gay flag over it. He's a black man. In my mind, instantly from this logo is saying that he's a gay man living with HIV and that he's pandering to the gay community and wants people to feel sorry to buy his product. I personally don't do that. If your product is good, it's good. Regardless if I hate you or I don't hate you. Hate is a strong word. I guess dislike. If it's a good product, it's a good product. So I'm not entirely sold on the design of this bottle, nor what he's selling as far as the logo. Let's be clear. But I am going to try his product and get to the particular product.
I think with the logo, like, he's limiting himself to like one community. What's the taste of it? I'll put some on my plate to taste.
He's limiting himself to one community. And because you see what I'm saying about the spill proof, is like it's like, how do you expect anybody to use this hot sauce if, like, your bottle and your design is just big, bulky, and then on top of that, it's way hotter than this hot sauce right here. This Belizean hot sauce.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna taste that with the rice then.
And and when I say way hotter, I don't mean it's hotter. I mean it's a different heat. And I prefer not to tolerate this heat.
Well, what do you think? Maybe this has some flavor, and that just is hot just for the sake of being hot. Is that what?
Yeah, this has flavor, and this right here is mostly a certain cayenne pepper, honestly, which is the most
super hot,
most easily over the counter pepper. It feels like he whipped this up in his kitchen. Then go ahead and taste it. Let me see what you think.
Child, I gotta taste that with some rice because that shit won't burn.
Child, you probably waste your rice tasting this. Just taste it with your finger. You taste all the cayenne,
Yeah, I don't like peppers
I'm going to get you guys food.
that are just hot for the sake of being hot.
Yeah, and this is a hot sauce that's hot just for the sake of being hot. And then, brother, man, you black, so I expected you to have some type of hot sauce I could have put on my crab legs or some shit like that. I can't put that on nothing, but in the dumpster. Okay, and then
No, this one's not for sale.
this is.
But I don't want to tell you nothing more about it, but it's not for sale.
Okay, this is P&K Hot and Sweet Rays of Sunshine pepper sauce. So I like the fact that it's not a hot sauce. It doesn't say hot sauce because I would expect it to taste like traditional hot sauce. It says pepper sauce. So I'm already mentally prepared to go in and taste a pepper sauce. Even though all hot sauces are made out of peppers, I'm expecting to taste a peppery taste rather than just like a...
And this one says hot and sweet for this
It
one.
says hot and sweet. So maybe, I don't know, I'm going to taste it. And maybe it tastes like a habanero or whatever the case may be, sweet habanero. But let me go ahead and taste it.
Well, she put the peppers here and she grows her own peppers.
She grows out. That's very clever. That's some Caribbean heat. So Caribbean people usually put heat in sweetness and all of this stuff. I can taste this heat being on like a pot of crabs, being on anything, honestly, chicken, beef, mostly beefs. I would use this heat mostly on beef, which is what we are eating right now. So honestly, I'm kind of torn between these two hot sauces, but for purposes of this particular dish, which is oxtail beef, I'm probably going to use this heat, which is the hot and sweet rays of sunshine. And obviously this flavor is going to give it a little sweetness, a little taste to it that I did not expect on the oxtail. So I'm going to use this for, I guess, to make the dish a bit more eclectic. That's an unbiased opinion. So yeah. Sorry if anybody's offended, whatever the case may be, but I'm definitely going to use that one. And so let's dive into it.
I'm listening to you. And I feel like once you go back and you even throw one cooking video out there, it's going to screw with their brains. Your peoples.
Why?
You just go in there and go, today I'm going to cook. And they go, say, what the hell?
You make it be so easy.
Yeah.
It just flows.
It just flow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely not into cooking these, but I can cook.
But the van people, the people like to see them cook. And it's not a cooking channel. It's a van life channel. They like to see that as a part. Like if you did all your stuff all day and go, okay, today, you know what? We're just going to cook and talk smack. Child, don't rule it out.
Okay,
don't rule it out. Try it.
Never know.
You can cook. You know?
Welcome to the Bad Pantry
Get your
Show.
rice.
Now, speaking of being at the Bad Pantry Show, we're actually about to taste the food that we cooked today. Now, this rice is made out of coconut.
It's rice with coconut milk.
Is it coconut milk or coconut water?
Coconut milk. Milk.
Coconut milk with rice and peas. Now, usually, me as a Jamaican, these rice and peas, the basis of it is coconut milk, rice and peas, but also like the green scallions are in part of it, the rosemary and all of the other stuff. We
only put 3 items. We put onion, cilantro, and garlic in the beans, and then salt and black pepper and milk, coconut milk.
Nice. So as a Jamaican, we use all of that. Plus, we end up putting a habanero pepper in there or ghost pepper to bring a heat to the rice, and then also put a bell pepper in there to bring the bell pepper flavor. And you just toss out the bell pepper, toss out the habanero pepper or the ghost pepper.
I've seen them do that, and sometimes they call it like a Scotch bonnet.
Yes, it's a Scotch bonnet pepper. You know, I usually mix up Scotch bonnet, habanero, and ghost pepper. I call all 3 of them the same.
And I think Scotch bonnet and habanero are closely related, but the ghost pepper is hotter.
Yes.
Go to your bed, Cora. We couldn't eat in the mukbang room because it's too hot, and the dog said, "Hell no, you gotta go."
So I'm super excited about this oxtails and rice, but I'm not gonna lie to you, probably because it's cheap. It's convenient. It's easier to make, take less time. The meat pies. And like I told you, when I was over in Puerto Rico, like a month and a half ago, I was tearing up the meat pies and the paninas. And so I'm really excited to taste these meat pies.
Is that when you went on holiday? When you were on vacation?
When I went on vacation.
I wasn't watching you then, Denard, so I barely started watching you.
Yeah.
I just saw you did one, like a short. And you go, I was at Venice Beach. You did a short at Venice Beach, right?
Yeah, okay. That was
I saw that.
That was before I went to Puerto Rico.
Okay. Huh? No.
potatoes?
I don't think so.
Do you want me to cook?
What time is
No,
it?
it's okay. It's okay.
No, he's talking about the dogs.
It's 6.
Oh, you talking about the dogs? Okay.
It's 6. Yeah, cook them a potato for me, baby.
So again, this is out of all three of the hot sauce. I'm gonna be using the hot and sweet Rays of Sunshine PEK pepper sauce. Who makes this sauce?
It's my friend from YouTube. I met her through YouTube, and she's a good friend.
Nice.
Matter of fact, I would say she's family. She's part Guyanese, part Trini. And her name is Carla with a K, and her husband's name is Peter with a P.
Mm-hmm.
And she put that little label, put a little bottle. I don't think it's like she's ready to sell yet. She's trying things out.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a hotter one, but the hotter one's done. But this sweet one is milder.
So here's the thing, you all. I'm going to try this meat pie. I did not put any hot sauce on it. I'm going to try this meat pie because I'm really hoping and praying that this meat pie is great. If it's not, I'm going to tell you it's not. And if that means that me and Barbara is no longer friends, then guess what? We just ain't going to be friends.
We're not going to part ways.
But hold on. Let's go ahead and check out some of the comments and what people are saying before I actually get in here. Hello, Christian Dogs. Hello, Donat, Joe, and Barbara. Thank you so much. Latoya, thank you so much for being here. Where I love. Thank you. Nikki, talk your ish hot.
Hi,
Look
Nikki.
at his She probably was talking about that hot sauce. Thank you, Nikki, for coming over.
Thank you,
Carla,
Nikki.
hello. Okay, hello, everybody. Hello. Oh my God, do not say less sometimes, please. No, girl, listen. If you expect me to say less and not give you my honest opinion, then move along, girl. Go ahead and find Cardi B or somebody who has publicists and telling them what to say and not to say. Not to not. Yes, please subscribe to the Bar Pantry Show, the cookbook, the bread book you need, and the Belizean cookbook on Amazon. Click those links. Yes. Can you please all like this video? Appreciate you. Moderators, please tell people never to bring this man on their show, never again. So
we had a troll follow us to the food.
Yeah, we had a troll.
Maybe we need to send him a plate.
So Sandra Rose, moderators, is telling you to tell the person you're creating for, the person who actually has the ultimate decision, to not bring me to their show because it's dark tribalism and people think that somehow I give about somebody not bringing me on their show, whatever the colloquialism is. Your favorite content creator is going to be bypassed by me, whether you like it or not. It's eventually going to happen.
Thank God we ain't doing no kind of show for no clout.
Okay,
we just like each other.
We just like each other. I feel like the meat pie's calling my name. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to be like politically correct and I just dive in this and just, But anyways.
You see Joe already ate, right? Joe, weren't you doing a mukbang with us?
Joe was supposed to do a mukbang and he's already ate and got the hell up out of here, which is
Joe, come and sit
rude. You are so rude.
I gotta go feed my dog.
Oh, okay. He feeding the dog.
Anyways.
You can sit while the potatoes cook.
So here's my first bite into the meat pie.
Bite your meat pie, boy.
It's not dripping. It's full of meat.
Well, you see why you need all that gravy? Because it would have been dry. If there's another flavor you want, add your own flavor.
I'm going to tell you this. I got most of the crust rather than the meat pie, so I'm going to need to take another bite and tell you how the meat tastes. But,
all right. What do you think about the crust? We ain't scared. You can tell the truth. We ain't going to kick you out of here.
This crust is everything. Like, you know how like you go to the store and get peach cobbler or get an apple pie or get anything with crust and you be like, the crust is the best part of it. This is the crust that will have you saying that you want anything put into this crust and you can eat it with anything. Honestly, you say that usually when you cook pies, you put sugar in this crust, right?
For the sweet pies.
For the sweet pie. I actually probably prefer the crust not to have any sugar in it, just like this.
For your sweet potato pie?
For anything, honestly, because it adds a different dynamic to it. It's not sweet. What's the inside feeling? Is it sweet? Is it meat?
The inside's usually if I'm doing like a jam roll, I put like a sweet jam, and then I didn't used to put sugar before, but then people are like, "Can you put sugar on it?" So I started doing it.
I think this crust is so good. It's so flaky. It's so great. It's really like a British European meat pie. type of ordeal when it comes to the crust because I really haven't had time to taste the meat.
Mm-hmm.
This crust is so good. I would use this crust as the basis for anything when it comes to making pies, meat pies, whether it's going to be sweet, whether it's not going to be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I would never not make crust like this. And it's so simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally, she put Crisco, Crisco, butter,
Flour, ice water.
And
Mm-hmm.
how important is it to put ice water in these crusts?
Very.
Very.
The butter doesn't have to be cold like most other pie dough. It can be room temperature like I did. Matter of fact, I always do room temperature because that's what the lady did. But the ice water is very important. And I measured the water first, then put the ice cubes in.
So what if I would put boiling hot water or just cold water without ice water? What would have been the difference?
It won't be flaky.
It won't be flaky. So so that's the secret to the flakiness. You have to put ice water. Put some water with some ice in it and pour the ice cold water into the batter and mix it up. And that makes a difference.
It's a really rough, shaggy dough, but goes with everything. You can like make the dough and put pizza stuff on top. You know what I mean?
Wow. Oh my gosh. So what you want to do is you want to grab this cookbook right here. It's called the Belizean Cookbook You Need. And it got all these ingredients that we're trying. We got the oxtail, we got the meat pie, we got the rice, we got the sweet potato, not the sweet potato, but we got the potato. Okay, we got a potato salad. Now you got some carrots and peas in there. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel. So stay tuned to figure out when I test this. So I'm now gonna take another bite of this and taste the meat because this shell, the crust is so good.
We don't even care if he doesn't like the meat at this point because you got the shell part of it. You put anything you want to put in there. Colorado pepper hot. Did Josh get any meat pie?
Yeah,
You did? Okay. Now, if you're going to use the ground beef in the tray, like you were saying, and not in the tube, make sure it's the one that has a lot of grease, like I did this 73-27 for the fat. Don't do the 80-20 because it's not going to give you enough of that.
Some pepper in there.
Well, he wanted to taste it with
so this is good. I do feel like, and this is the Black American part of me where we like a lot of seasoning. I do feel like it should have been a bit more salt or whatever the case may be. But if you're serving meat pies to a large group of people, I would rather have the option of adding more salt and adding more season once it's done instead of people saying it's too seasoned. So I appreciate
when you're cooking yours, taste it towards the end. And if it needs more thing, you adjust it for you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But usually when I cook to pander to like all cultures. White people, black people, Caribbean people.
Yeah, this is very mild for anybody. White people, black people, anybody. Yeah, you know, girl, I had to add this motherfucker hot sauce.
In about a pound of meat, we only have like 1 teaspoon of black pepper and half a teaspoon of cayenne. Just so you could know to adjust yours. You know what I mean?
Miku said, I need that in my life right now. This is so good.
You know what I'm going to do tonight?
Well,
on the next video, the one where we did the cooking, I'll give them the recipe in the description when I'm done.
Yeah, so and it's in your cookbook. You guys can
in the book. You guys can buy the book, but I'll give them a free gift because they came.
Okay.
They came and didn't troll us like the other trolls.
And what we will do is we will also add a link to this is you.
To the book.
It's not my channel.
To the book.
She's gonna add a hyperlink to the book on Amazon so that you guys can go and purchase it yourself. Like I purchased a copy of it.
And remember, didn't tell me to do this. I'm doing this on my own. Donat has a birthday coming up July 2nd. And if you want to donate to his Cash App, Donat 007, okay? So you could show him some birthday love. You don't have to donate today if you don't have the money. Donate before the birthday.
Thank you.
That's what I'm gonna do. I get paid from Amazon the end of the month, the last day of the month, Donat.
It's kind of like YouTube. They push it close to the last day of the month.
They do that because the people who buy ads from them get net 30. So that's why they have to pay us in net 30. You see what I mean? They have to collect their money first from their people, and then they pay it out to us on the 21st day. And legally, they can wait till the 30th day to pay it. But they know these creators going to lose their mind. Somebody asked who made the meat pie. One of the mods let them know it's both of us. Candace says she needs an invite
For what?
to come eat. What happened to Nikki? Why Nikki thing got retracted? Okay.
So these oxtails.
Wait a minute. Candace Arzu says her daughter went to high school with my daughter. Candace, your daughter. What's my daughter's name? Well, that's public shit anyway. Usually, my brother had a nickname while we were growing up. And if people say they know me ever since I was little and they don't know my brother's nickname, I know they're trolls. You don't know me. You don't know my brother's nickname. So I don't ever say it public because nobody knows unless they know us, right? Candice, did your daughter go to school with Jada? You could say the high school because we don't live close to the high school.
You know what? I love these oxtails. I do. And I was a little bit worried. I was like, you're not going to put any flour or any actual like browning in it. And they are delicious. They are brown. The seasoning is very light. So if you want to taste the meat, cook it the same way as described in the cookbook. Me as a Black American, like, come on. We like to taste all seasoning. So I would have put a little bit more seasoning. I don't know. Even though the only thing the season would have done was overcompensate and exchange the meat flavor for that actual seasoning. So if you really want to taste your meat and taste how the meat tastes like fresh coming from wherever you get it, that'll be great because it really tastes like the meat. And me coming from the southeast, I'm used to tasting all of the other seasons. Like the garlic is not overshadowing this oxtail. The cilantro, the onion, nothing is overshadowing this oxtail. It's all about the oxtail, which I think is actually really good. You know, because people want oxtail. You don't want oxtail to taste like any other portion of the beef because the season has overtaken it. And so being Black American, we like to season our food, and everything in every meat besides the crab legs typically tastes the same because of the season. So I can really taste and enjoy the oxtail here. And I would say this is probably the first time I did it. Even as someone who has eaten oxtails, being Jamaican, is the pepper, the habanero pepper or Scotch banana pepper, the rosemary, the thyme, the bay leaf, all of that stuff can actually take away from the flavor of the meat. And I'm really appreciating the oxtail because I taste the oxtail as it should taste with very mild seasoning that is appropriate from anybody.
And remember we were talking earlier about oxtails. Like oxtail used to be like the cheapest meat you could get.
Right.
And I think it was right when Chef Ramsay started to cook it. That's when the price went up on that. No, sometimes you can't even freaking afford to buy oxtails.
Yeah. They've gotten so expensive over time. Because, you know, oxtail used to be poor people food.
You eat pigtail?
I eat pigtail.
Have you been to Jamaica already?
When I was younger, I need to go back.
They didn't tell me that as a kid.
Right, I need to go back. It's just like every time I decide it's time for me to go back, one of my siblings will talk shit about the other sibling. I'm just like, it turned me off. And I'm like, leave me alone.
You mean the siblings there?
The siblings there and over here in the U.S. So, yeah.
You need to not tell them when you're going. Just tell the Jamaican part of the family that wants to know you. They'll treat you good. Whenever my mom would take back the American cousins to Belize with her to meet the Belizean family, they would treat them good.
Right. Tokenism for being a Yankee.
Nikki says she's hungry. Candice says she lived close enough. This is the Candice. Candice is one of them people using the azimuth out there to find out where we live. Candice says she lived close enough because Jada and her daughter went to high school. But we don't live near the high school. Jada just went there because she was kind of special. No, seriously, they took kids from all over to put them in the high school because it was brand new. even though we don't live in the vicinity of the high school. But Candace, I don't know if you know this, Jada was prom queen 2014. My daughter, prom queen. She ran against some little skinny white girls. She won.
Mm.
Did she
That's
go
a
to
good
high
one.
school? Did she say high school?
She probably not lying. I don't
But
think
how did she win the prom queen? Was it a vote? It wasn't an electoral college, aka the rich white people that decided.
It was a vote, and she did that thing from
It was the people voting instead of
one of that movie that said Fetch. What's the movie where the girl say Fetch? Fetch. What's that movie? Shoot. It's one of them kid teeny bopper movies. But anyways, she went around. She did her campaign. She half-assed it because she really didn't think she was gonna win. She's like, I just want to upset their day because the people run for prom queen and the other one, homecoming queen and stuff and king.
right.
Like if that's the only thing they're ever gonna do in life. And she treated it as this is just something I'm gonna do for high school, an experience. And she got her name on the thing. I think a teacher put her name on the thing. And she ran her campaign. We always call her the Danya because in every group that she gets into, she rules the group. She's you. She rules the group. And she makes her own thing.
Secretly.
Yeah. And then she'll have people that love her and respect and adore her, right? And so she just sent out her little minions to like push her campaign and to let her win. And the night we have the pictures on the wall, I'll show you before you go because she was rude about it. She was just like,
she was rude about it.
The teachers were rude about it too because they were screaming, saying, "We wanted you to win so bad. We wanted you to win so bad." Because the girl that was the top contender was with her boyfriend for 4 years. My daughter didn't have no damn boyfriend, and she this.
So it was a statement.
And she was from Utah originally, so she Mormon, this, that, and the third. And Jada won with the nerdiest dude. Won the prom king, and it was the first prom king and queen from the high school because this high school was brand new. Well, they had one the year before, but those people didn't start in 9th grade. They started at school in 10th grade, right? Because at first they started 9th and 10th. So she was the first one.
Real OG.
The real OG, and it was a big deal because it's like, damn, you actually won. Because like we don't win shit, right? You won.
Are these all the oxtails or is there more in the
No,
pot?
there's more.
Okay, cool.
No,
so
you can have as much as we just took out some because it was warm.
Child, listen, I love oxtails and I love these oxtails. And I didn't know oxtails was so good until now because, like I said, the seasoning and the flavors didn't overpower the oxtails. So I'm not depending on the fresh garlic, the fresh cilantro.
So CC Alexandria says she's the daughter that went to school with Jada in 2014. So she knows it's 2014. So am I telling a lie, CC Alexandria? Did Jada win prom queen or she didn't win prom queen? She gonna tell us.
Wait, how are these people coming out your bushes? Yeah, listen, I am definitely. Look, they say denied is making love. Yes, I am. The bone is tender. Listen, I ain't got no. Listen, y'all looked at B Love for 5 years, and all she did was suck on and slurp on crab legs, and on her free time go hook up with a truck driver. Okay. So y'all he's sweating that hot sauce must be getting him. But listen, the hot sauce is hot, but it's really good. This hot sauce is hot, but it's a good type of heat.
You gonna make my friend day, Carla. She worked hard on that. My friend that made that. She worked hard on that. You could tell, and she has a hotter one, but that one done. Joe finished it.
Oh, the thing about this hot sauce. It's so good. The base of it is so good. It's like even if it was hotter, like this is hot, and I'm persevering through and just dropping the droplets on it. But yeah, it's really good. I like the taste. It's
flavorful.
It's very
Alexandra
flavorful.
says no lies. See, she knows. We have the picture on the wall. She was such. I said, Jada, this picture just shows that you had no class about you. You didn't say, "Oh my God, I won." She goes, "Yes, yes," like that girl in the commercial. That's how she was hollering that she won. And the teachers, they were awful because they're not supposed to go to her and go, "God, we prayed for you to win." God, because the department that she belonged to in high school was the media department, and the people who win are usually from the acting, from the acting department, right? And media never wins, and she won that year. All the people voted for her. She persuaded them people to vote for her.
That's what you do. Personality trumped it.
Candice and Mama love the review. Candice, I noticed your last name is Arzu. You Belizean, right? That sounds like a girl from a last name. Are you Belizean? She said, I don't remember much about prom, but I remember voting for her and it was casino themes. Girl, she was rude about it. Carl, I said allegedly when you talked about beat up, allegedly. I didn't see the video. One of these days I probably will.
These all sell so good. I sell. Listen, you don't know. I sell. You even eat the ligaments. Scrape the ligaments and all that other stuff out the bone. Sounds good. Oxtails like the crab legs of all meat.
Mm-hmm.
You stop already?
Huh?
You stop?
I
He's
don't
enjoying
know.
his food.
I don't eat a lot.
You see this boy have sexy body?
We like me. I don't eat a lot either.
You don't eat a lot. You literally shoveled that food in your mouth before we even went live.
He ate fast, but he didn't eat a lot.
I don't eat a lot. I eat like 2 times for the day. That's it.
Sometimes I have to remind myself to eat, which is crazy.
Sometimes I do it 1 time a day.
Yeah.
All depends.
And sometimes I don't feel like eating some days. And I just like, oh. I'm like, damn, I done played tennis. I done went to the gym and I still don't feel like eating.
I wish there was a day that I didn't feel like eating. Hi,
Oh my
Shanice.
God, that
Shanice
is
is
so-
up in Canada. Shanice is Jamaican. Shanice Grant is Jamaican.
Hey, what's up, Shanice?
She up in Jamaica.
How you doing? Nikki, what the hell are you laughing at?
Nikki's talking.
Wait, you
her
know who
age.
Nikki is,
I know
right?
who Nikki is.
You know who she is?
Yes, yeah, I know.
Who
I
is
watch
Nikki?
your show.
Watch it. Hello, who is Nikki?
Gumba's thing. Not anymore.
Oh my gosh, Nikki, you been
I know
clocked
who
way
Nikki
over
is.
here on the cooking channel. Girl, your name
I
ringing
told
bells
you
out
I
there.
watch your channel.
And you know what, Nikki, even Genesis and other people, they feel safe coming to my channel because it's just like, hey, we're just like cool people. And I can only imagine how many people want me to come and sit with them and talk with them now that I
Look how special I am.
It's
See?
like, no,
I was first.
I'm special because you invited me. You don't see them comments. People say, "Lady get denied away from you." Yada 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 yada. You see them, did you?
Look. Anytime anything break out, my kids send him. It goes, he's big, black, ball, and burly. They're afraid of him.
All good, Corey.
Except them little white ladies in Costco that's always trying to pick you up.
Okay, let me taste this potato salad now.
You all good,
Everything
Corey?
has been excellent so far. Y'all, these people got carrots, peas.
And if you don't like it, we don't care. We still love you.
Child, they got carrots, peas, and stuff
I
in their
usually tell
potato
people because I
salad.
know it's different. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm gonna try a teaspoonful. That's what I'm gonna try right now.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't get them more, regardless of what I say, that mean I ain't like.
We use Heinz salad dressing.
You tasted
Use
it.
what?
You know what?
Yeah, I
He
tasted it.
tasted it on camera.
Oh, okay.
Salad dressing.
He didn't mind the taste. It's a British bro.
I didn't mind it, but you know, being Black American, all that is from scratch. We don't use no salad dressing like we use mayonnaise,
Come on,
and
brother.
the mustard, and all of that stuff.
We don't put the mustard in the potato. Well, at least
Because you got the dressing to overcome
certain
it.
Belizean. I think that dressing has mustard in it, though. If you look at the bottle,
Child, we need to make our shit.
you open
from
this for me.
scratch.
You got ice on that?
Yeah, because it kind of got warm. Thank you, baby. Did the peas and carrots throw it off for you? You could be truthful.
Let me eat another bite, bro.
He eating a big bite. You ain't. You're brave. Look at Nikki put all these little hearts.
Is it a little tiny?
Latoya Woods is one of yours too. She says, "Swallow, boo." Let me show it. I think it's YouTube holding back these damn things. I have to show it because she's not saying nothing dirty. Miss Lucky said, "Try the rice with the potato salad and the gravy together."
So that potato salad is great, and I'm gonna tell you why I think it's good. I'm gonna tell you why I think it's not great. Me personally, y'all know I like a lot of lemonly flavors. So if they had more of the Vinegar. There's a little bit of vinegar in there, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's built into that salad dressing.
Right. If they had a little bit more vinegar or something to make it a little bit more tangy, I would have enjoyed it more. The carrots and peas does not distract me from the actual taste
good.
because I'm Jamaican, and so like whenever I eat potato salad that's prepped from my Jamaican side of the family, it's carrots and peas, and I don't expect
You think
anything
you would have
different.
put some mustard in it then for you, like when you make yours?
Yes, I think more mustard,
Mhm.
more mustard and less of the dressing because I don't like a soggy.
Well, the dressing has mustard built in and probably vinegar built in. Everything's
Right.
built into
So
a
the
degree.
mustard and I like it a little bit more tangy, or maybe
And-
if you would have added pickles,
Pickles?
like a pickle
Okay.
juice or something like that, I think that would have been
And I
perfect.
think the one that's the Durkee's brand probably is more tart than this one.
Yeah, I like the little bit tart with my potato salad. That's it. But that's just my own personal preference.
I mean, that's the way American do it. Black American do
Yeah,
it.
exactly. A little bit. That's the only thing.
This is
And
the
then-
way Belizean do it.
Boudelicia says she's here for the knot.
Oh, thank you, Boodalicious.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you,
She says
everybody.
she's glad to be introduced to a new show.
I'm
Yeah.
Yay! That
And
deals
he's
with
gonna be
flavors. We're definitely gonna be back. Barbara is one of the people that I connect with, regardless of anything that's going on in the beef
Yeah.
sector. Barbara's one
We
of the
don't get
people that I
involved in-
talk to every day.
Mhm.
Don't get involved in it. Is not dissuaded about who I am based on what's going on over on the other side of YouTube. So
Mhm. And I done told them who I watch right now. I'm watching you and I'm watching Teddy.
yeah,
And then I watch my other van life people and
yeah,
stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I change. Like I show up in a lot of niches, not in my algorithm, but as a viewer.
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of different things and then I'll back up and watch something else because you can't watch something every day, right?
Right.
But usually when I find somebody that I'm watching, I'll watch them every day for like 2-3 months. Almost OCD about it.
So
You
did
know?
you like? Speaking of that, there's people like who's been watching me for 2-3 months and all that, and they're expecting me to talk about Jaguar, right? And it's just like me personally, I know that if I continue to talk about it and even forge a passion about talking about it, that people will show up. And now it's just like, oh, his numbers are dropping. My numbers are dropping because they really understand and know that I'm not interested in talking about what they're going to talk about.
So they're only there for that one topic, but you just can't have one topic.
Right, I can't.
Look when she went away to jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do? You can't go and bring fake receipts that you talk with her and this and that and the third. And
Or even the doxing of her court case. Listen, I only want to know where Jag's next court day is so that I can make sure the process serve her a summons and complaint. That's it. You know? But no, I think it's great to keep a variety of different topics and stuff, and I really appreciate you.
I like when you have a docket and you run through, because I know if this part's not pleasing to me, you'll get to this next part. You'll have something that I like in there. You know what I mean? Like I think I told you before, I'm not really into conspiracy theory. I'm into some conspiracy theory, but when it starts to go off the rail, I just kind of like tune out. Come back when other topics are in.
You talking about when my friend Vax come over?
I like him, I like him.
You're
He's
my friend
funny.
Vax.
No, he didn't watch before. I like him and he's funny, but when he starts going off on, I'm not even going to say what he's. I'm like, okay, I'll come back when he's done. Plus, he has that damn smoke detector that don't put a battery in it, and the dog starts crying. It's like, damn. I'm like, and the dog went crazy one day. We didn't know why, right? This dog right here. I'm like, why the dog running in Joshua's room? She never goes in Joshua's room, and she's like hiding under the bed. I was like, what the hell? Is there a ghost in the house?
It's the goddamn.
And then
smoke
we
too.
came and started to listen to things, and then we heard the smoke detector. I was like, God damn it, it's that Vax. But I like him, as his personality is funny. And some of his conspiracy theory I listen to, but when he goes too crazy, I'm like, and everybody can tell you that anyways up here. When they start telling me conspiracy theory about the food and stuff, I don't want to hear it. We already know the food ain't good for us. What are we gonna eat? I don't want to hear the conspiracy theory. When they showed a TikTok where this guy in Asia had one long big toenail, and he had the meat, and he was slicing the meat on his toenail. Then he cooked it and fed it to the people. I said, please don't send me this crap. People who send me this crap, I'm like, don't send me this crap. I don't want to know. That's why I don't eat out.
Talk about putting your foot in the pot.
There's some things don't send me. I don't want to know. I'd rather live
That is so
deaf, dumb, and
hilarious.
blind.
So that's his knife?
Yeah, and I told you before, the reason that I watch YouTube beefs is not for the salaciousness of the beef, because sometimes two people will start beefing that I actually like both of them. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to pick a side, because I always pick Carla can tell you, I always pick a side, right? Like when Tasha K had a beef with Lovely Tea, I pick Tasha K over Lovely T.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't hate Lovely T. I just pick a side. You know, I've just always been like that.
Did I ask you a question? Like, have I ever told you, besides today, because I'm on that wave now, you're going to have to pick a side, whether you fuck with Denat or not. Period.
You've always said that people don't need to pick a side because you're not into the tribalism. But I'm telling you that I have a family member, that we have a family member in common that I don't mess with. And this family member knows why. And all of a sudden, every time I turn around, they out together. Every time I turn around, you know, they can't finish talking about their time together. I'm like, you know what? I started to realize it was getting to me, and I didn't know that it was getting to me because I didn't want to be petty and just say, you can't be friends with that person because I'm friends with you, right? And I still didn't say that. I just kind of pulled back. And they pulled back. And I was like, I can't listen to you talk about this bitch when she talked about me for filth on Facebook. This is before they put people in Facebook jail. I cussed this bitch out so bad. Her grandmother is my grandmother, right? And I cussed her about her grandmother because I didn't call her the grandmother as my grandma. I cussed everybody out. Everybody. They screenshotted before I knew screenshot was a thing. They screenshotted. They call it the what do you call it when it's a movie? The script. They call it a script. They screenshotted the script. They mailed it to my dad secretly while my mom was fighting cancer, so my dad could get upset. And I'm like, screw all of them. That's what I don't want nothing to do with my dad's people. It's like, because they know this girl said that I was AR'd by an uncle married into the family. This girl said she was happy that my dad beat my mom. This girl said all type of heinous things about us. And you're going to befriend her? And you're supposed to be my type friend or not just family? You know, like, no,
I don't blame you. Honestly,
she needed to pick a side, and I think that's why I pulled away. I didn't even know why I pulled away till I sat and thought about it. I'm like, you know, I got tired of that.
So, moderators, moving forward, if you see somebody in the chat in opposition to me, regardless if they come over and act like my friend, you have my exclusive right and privileges to block that individual.
Latoya said they made barbecue with some potato salad and baked beans. We make baked beans from scratch too, Denat.
I bet. Damn, I like she ruthless when I need.
No, I try not to pick fight with people, and they really have to mess with me. But
Is
when
there more oxtails in the pot?
You want more?
Okay, no, I want this one, but I was just like,
No,
why don't you eat this?
No, you can have more.
This is a giant oxtail.
You want a smaller one? Do they have a smaller one?
No, it's fine. I just know I'm gonna have the itis after I eat this.
It's okay. You need to eat. Get rid of that liquor.
You're up and slam more liquor. I need to get rid of it because I have to drive.
That's the last thing that we need for them to have over you.
What?
A DUI or a DWI.
Oh my
In
goodness.
California, it's a DUI. In other states, it's a DWI.
I never had any of them. And I tell people I've been arrested, but where's the conviction?
People don't understand that in America, anybody can be arrested at any time for
Oh,
anything, and anybody can be sued. That doesn't mean that people are going to win.
I get handcuffed and thrown on the freeway and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God. I didn't know you were going to tell that story. No, they're going to dox Joe. He got handcuffed and thrown on the freeway. Guess for what?
What?
Bank robbery.
What bank you robbed?
We still poor. So
Mistaken identity.
We're looking at two black guys.
driving while black. The car didn't even match the color of the car that was supposedly involved in the bank
my friend was
robbery.
together, right? So my caliper
In the wheel.
get loose. So I stopped, take the wheel off.
So he had that thing. What's the tool
put it
called?
back together.
What's the wrench called?
The
To take off the lugs.
lug wrench.
The lug wrench.
Mhm.
He had that thing. You know that thing that looks like an X,
Yeah.
right? He had that thing.
And I there taking off the wheel, fixing the caliper, just getting ready to back the wheel on our head. Click, click.
At his head. Drop what you have in your hand.
Yeah.
On the side of the freeway.
I put a gun to
He
his
didn't
head.
even see the cop pull up.
A big blonde policeman. Click, click. Drop what you got to have. What the hell is this?
Him and his friend.
So I said, what's this? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. I'd have sued the shit out of them motherfuckers.
And then they threw him on the floor. His little Nokia. It was back in the day of Nokia phone. It was May the 31st, 2002. I'll never forget that date. The Nokia phone flew out of his pocket onto the freeway and broke like into three. You could snap it back together, but it broke open, right? So I'm calling him.
2003 or
2002. So I'm calling him to find out where he's at because his brother was here fixing one of our other cars, and we were waiting for him to come back, and he's not coming back. And when he put the phone back together, that's when he said, they pulled me over and threw me on the freeway, blah, 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 blah. And they put him in the back seat of the cruiser, him and his friend. His friend was black too. The friend passed away already. And they took their pictures, and they said, they were like, can you tell us what we're being arrested for? You know, I'm not saying it in a way where they could get shot, right? And that's when they're like, for bank robbery. It's like, bank robbery? And he goes, so what do I have money? You can search the trunk of my car. All I have in there is one part that I picked up for my brand new business that I just opened. That's what I went to LA for. They searched it, didn't find no money, of course. And then their supervisor came up, but he was a black guy. And he was like, these are not the guys, cut them loose.
You know what I would have done? I would have played as that. I was like, what am I being arrested for? For bank robbery? Oh, so I am being arrested? Yeah, you're being arrested. Okay, great. Because I know there's a difference between arresting and detention. I would have sued the brakes off of them motherfuckers.
When you don't know.
Putting a gun to people's head, that's traumatizing.
Driving while black. And you want to know something? They were looking for somebody that looked like Joe, because he has a brother that looks exactly like him. He's taller and he had a more narrow face at the time. And he was driving his rig through one of them southern states. They pulled him off the rig the same day and did him the same thing. Like he did something. So when I called his mom to tell him what happened, the mom says, there's somebody they're looking for that looks like my boys, because why did they pull him off the rig too? In an entirely different state. It's crazy. But that's what they do.
For a bank robbery in California?
Yeah.
The same day? So this was like...
No, they pulled his brother in a different state, but they didn't say for bank robbery. Same day, though. They didn't say for bank robbery. He'd never been pulled before. He's driving his big rig delivering stuff.
But it's in a different state, so how can you get from California to Florida after committing? You know what? It's just a sad day to be black and bald headed. That's just what it is. I'm sorry.
And big noise.
I'm sorry.
My cousin didn't make it back. My cousin Jay didn't make it back to not Buby.
Your cousin
Moderators, Buby did not make it back in. She gonna be mad. She probably went to go eat.
Probably.
She went to go mix her tea. You know, in Belize they have dinner tea.
Yeah.
She makes it fun because she likes to troll me.
So there's a lot of fat on these oxtails. If I wasn't so stuffed, I would eat it, because oxtail fat is probably the best fat, honestly.
It goes to the bone.
That fat give it the taste too.
You ever hear about that bone marrow thing to eat? Did you try it before?
I've tried bone marrow from like a steak. Yeah.
No, not like that. You buy the bone and you cook it to the point that gel comes in the pot, and you're supposed to eat that every day for your bones and stuff. And
right.
God, do not, that thing tastes so bad. You know, not the taste, the texture. I couldn't do the texture.
I suck it out all the time when I cook chicken and all.
I don't mind eating it like that.
I don't like eating chicken bone marrow. I don't know. But you know what I like about chicken? I think it's like the thigh part in the back is like this piece that's kind of like almost like.
Oh, you just think you're brand new, huh?
That's
called the oyster. And that's the most expensive part of the chicken. When you go to Chef Ramsay kitchen, he dig that part out.
The piece in the back?
The piece in the back, the oyster, and he cooked just that. That's the part you like. So you think you brand new and rich.
Oh no, you can get the oyster. You can get the chicken oyster at KFC and Popeyes too.
They said that Chef Ramsay, he give you like 4 oysters for like $50. I was like, damn, I'm gonna cook my own chicken oyster.
Crazy as hell.
He got them slow.
They say he's rude in real life.
He is. I met him. I met him at a club in Hollywood. I forgot the name of the club. It's on Hollywood and Vine, right across the street from the Capitol Records building. He was extremely rude, and I was just like, maybe he's tired and overworked, but that's just who he is. He gives off he's very miserable in real life. Chef Ramsay.
One of my Australian friends met him and said, "My God, I couldn't believe how rude he was in real life."
He's miserable. Like he's not happy with himself.
Now, when you go in the street, have you ever gotten recognized from your show, either from Clubhouse or YouTube? So usually when I get recognized, the people are always nice. Have you ever met trolls? Have you ever just met nice people?
And the crazy thing about it is, and I'm glad you said that.
Mm-hmm.
So, my last week in Ohio, well, actually, my very last full day in Ohio, I had my friend's phone, and this is somebody I've known the whole time I was in Ohio, and then I called a friend, had a personal conversation with, know things about me, X, Y, Z. Took my friend phones because we was going to an event to see his parents and stuff. And then I seen Clubhouse was downloaded. And then when I open it, he literally has an account called Donut Crickets, a troll account towards me. And this is supposed to be my friend.
Oh, wow. That's why you can't trust nobody.
That's why I can't trust anybody. And it just reminded me that sometimes your biggest friends, or sometimes these people that troll you and say some of the most disgusting shit about you, are actually
people you know
and are big fans.
I believe that.
And I'm just like, really? It's literally people I know. Like, you really want me to crash out? You really want me to do? And will smile in my face and act like it's okay. Act like.
Were you ever involved on Periscope when Periscope was a thing, when it was popular?
No, the closest thing to Periscope I got was when Monique Hicks was over there with her husband being toxic.
Well, we used to be on Periscope all the time, me and my daughter, because there was a group that formed the Periscope train, but it was about business. So if you had your business you wanted to promote, that place you this hour on the train every Saturday. It's like from noon to 4 the train goes, and then somebody opens up and they have like, I think it was like 4 or 5 minutes to promote their business. So of course my business is cooking, so I'm always in there cooking, you know, when we do the Periscope. Then my daughter comes on the middle of the train and she sings a song, you know, because her thing is singing. So anyways, in Periscope, there was a lot of toxicity like that, to where we'd be in a room with people with having fun, and then somebody would start trolling that person. And then come to find out it's somebody that's always in the room under a different name, but no, they made a troll account. And I'm like, I didn't like it.
Right.
I like it. I'm like, come on, you're supposed to be his friend though. Why are you trolling him like that, right? So, well, we made some friends through Periscope that I'm still friends with through, you know, friends on Facebook. Not friends to talk on the phone, right? But still friends with. Well, they'll come to my Instagram and share my stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, but Periscope. That's how I met Sherry Shepherd, through Periscope. She used to go on Periscope, and she didn't want her managers to know that she had Periscope, because they would want to use it for business. And they would control her. They would control that, right? Yeah, they would control her voice, her likeness, her image. Right in the corner? Oh. On both corners. And that's so what they do. She would go up there and she would have fun. She would get like 2,000-3,000 people in her Periscope live. And I would go in and she'd always pay attention to me. But it's because she'd say stuff like, man, I really wish that I could find my soulmate. And I'd say, there's no such thing as soulmate, Sherry. And if there is, mine died at birth. Oh my goodness. And that would grab her attention, like, what are you talking about? You know, and then we'd talk. And then I'd go in again. I wouldn't go in every day, right? Because I didn't want her to feel like I was trolling her. Or if I'd be in there every day, I wouldn't talk every day, right? And I go in another time, and then she'll say, I don't know how to find out if somebody truly loves you, if they're just like using you for clout or whatever. And I'll say, Sherry, I can tell you if somebody loves you. And then she'll say, what? I said, it's the 3 P's. And then that grabs her attention. Go, what are the P's, Bear Pantry? And I'll say, I'll tell you next episode, right? And she'll come back on again. And I just kind of went in there and played with her, and she would always laser beam on me. And I would go back and tell her the 3 P's is promotion, protection, and provision. If somebody truly loves you, no matter who that person is, they're going to want to promote you, they're going to want to provide for you, and they're going to want to protect you. So that's how you know somebody loves you, right? And she said, oh, that's a good one, blah, blah, blah. And then I started to ask her, would you please come cook with me? Then she says, but I don't really cook. I mean, she cooks to feed herself, but she wouldn't call herself a cook, right? And I'm like, I don't care. I like you for your personality. And then she's all like, okay, I'll think about it. So she had a show here in California, and the tickets were $65, right, Joe? Yeah. And I think it was together for 2, $65 for 2. And so my mom says, I'll buy the tickets for you and Joe to go. And it was like in Pasadena area. And I'll get you like front seat tickets. She bought good tickets, right? So this is the stage, and this is our table, right pressed up against the stage. And we're sitting like right here. So Sherry Shepherd can like spit on us, right? She's so close. Okay, yeah. And she knew me for some reason, but didn't know why she knew me. Because I think she only watched like a couple of my episodes, right? She started to rag on me so hard that if I had thin skin, I'd be crying. She ragged on me. She's like, who's your crush, your celebrity crush? Every celebrity crush that I picked was an old white man. But I like them for different reasons. It wasn't like crush for like a sexual reason. It was like I like his face or I like his voice or the voice is important to me, right?
Yeah.
It kind of sets my mood. And I like James Spader's voice, the white guy from Blacklist. He used to be handsome, but now he doesn't look so handsome anymore.
That's all of them.
I think he drinks because
Let me see.
James Spader. He was handsome back in the day when he was in the little chick flicks. Yeah.
The chick flicks, James.
He was Ultron.
Spader, right?
He was Ultron in one of those movies.
Oh, what? No. You don't
know him?
No, I never really paid attention to him. He's
in
The Office. Wait.
Yeah, he was in The Office.
Yeah, but he's still like, I know.
Well, he's got a distinctive voice that if you hear it, you know it. It's him. Yeah, he was in a show with Shatner, and I like William Shatner. William Shatner's in his 90s, and he's one of my crush from Star Trek days. You know what I mean? So I'm picking all these old ass white men. Sherry Shepherd's like, you have a handsome black man right over here. You gonna pick these old white men? She trolled me so hard, and we just laughed. We took it. And then when it was done, she thanked us for being a part of the show. Because you're a part of the show when they're trolling you, right? Yeah. So after it was done, there was all these people blocking her, right? I'm like, how am I going to get to her? All these women are surrounding her. I'm like, go away. You don't want to do nothing with Sherry Shepherd. I want to do business with her. So he pulled my hand. I don't know how he pulled me through the big booby women's. And he got me to Sherry Shepherd. And he shoved me right into this lady's face. I'm like, I'm so sorry. My husband shoved me into your face. And she goes, why do I know you? I'm like, I'm the one talking to you on Periscope, asking you to come cook with me. I said, you probably watch one of my shows or something. And she goes, yes. He goes, thank you for being such a good sport because I really went in hard on you. I'm like, it's all for fun. I don't care. When I go to comedy shows, I want them to pick on me. I like that because you're part of the show.
I like it too, as long as I can get the pick back. And they probably don't like it.
Yeah, well, they don't like that because that's called like heckling.
Right, it's called heckling.
But when they're done,
I'm talking about afterwards, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I met one of my Chris Spencer. He's one of the executive producers of Blackish, Grownish over at ABC. He has a first look deal over at ABC. And I met him because he was heckling me and I was tight. But after the show, I went back. I was like, I don't know if I want to. I told him, I said, I don't know if I want to punch you in the face and congratulate you. And he's the older black guy. It was just laughing. And then he's Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. And it was a solid bond. You know? So you definitely that's why they say any attention is good attention.
Yeah, if you don't want to be heckled by them, you stay in the back.
You
don't go in the front. We always try to pay more to get the front seat. And so she says, I'm gonna come cook with you. She says, I'm gonna come back she was gonna do when you audition, what's that called? Like Pilot Week?
Pilot.
Yeah, she was gonna do that. And she says, when I come, I'm gonna cook with you then, okay? And I said, okay. So she says, go DM me at Twitter and I'll accept you. And then I'll give you my phone number there because she didn't want to give me there in front of all these people. She gave me her phone number, and we started to plan it.
Did you not have any thought that maybe, damn, I'm gonna DM her and she has millions of people? She probably just get lost in translation.
No, I didn't get that vibe because she saw me out of 3,000 people in Periscope, so I stood out to her.
Gotcha.
And when she told the story last year, August, when we went to her first show after the pandemic and things opened back up, she took probably a good 10 minutes, right, Joe? At the end, just honoring me and Joe, saying when I met them, I just trusted them right away because she's just got a trusting personality about her. Yeah. They picked me up from my house where she was staying at an Airbnb. And I didn't even know if the husband and the daughter were the killers. I went over there. We had a fantastic, and she told everything how she felt. So I knew she wasn't playing games, because I had gotten her attention.
Give me 1 second. So we had someone to come in. I think it was Shanice. Let me go back. I definitely wanted to highlight that. Shanice said, I can't stop staring at the meat pies. I think I'm going to try and make them sometime this week. Girl, listen, the meat pies is all the chain. I'm taking them with me as many as I can.
And remember, Shanice, like how you're Jamaican, you might want to put some curry in the dough.
Yeah, you might want to put curry in the dough. So get this cookbook, 65 easy Caribbean dishes, specifically the Belizean cookbook that you need to have. On page 14 is the ingredients for the meat pie. It is very simple, very easy. And most importantly, you're going to actually learn how to create and cook a dough that can go with anything. Now, tasting this dough is really good. Rather it's an apple pie, cherry pie, no matter if it's sweet, sour, tangy, meat, or whatever. I don't think you need to put any sugar or any added things into the the dough because it's flaky, it's crispy, and it's dough, right?
Mhm.
That's just my own personal opinion, personal preference, to each his own. Again, it's page 14 of this cookbook. You guys can find it at Amazon. Moderators, can you drop the link to this particular cookbook?
Yeah,
Or the moderators, can you drop the link to
Yeah,
it?
Miss Lucky, if you're here, drop it. If Carla's here, my friend Sarita, I went to her birthday party last week. She says, well, Barbara, I see you with your favorite YouTuber. Every day she calls me and she goes, are you busy watching your favorite YouTuber?
Oh, wait, she's talking about me. Don't get jealous. And
I missed that.
Latoya said, how did you get into writing that cookbook? I'm very interested in knowing because I do a lot of cooking and I have recipes.
Latoya, DM me at my where? Instagram at Bear Pantry Show, and then I'll show you how to do it in Canva. All right. I'll even make a video. I'll make a video and I'll show you how to do it in Canva. I did it in Canva.
Make a video. Or do you have a membership channel or anything like that?
I got my membership.
Yeah, make a video and just whatever you charge, put it underneath there, and that way you're teaching everybody.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what you
do. Idea.
Like I taught people how to use StreamYard, which I think is basic knowledge, but as far as cracking the algorithm, SEO and stuff like that, then I put it on the membership tab only. But yeah,
that's good to know.
Thank you for supporting me.
And you're going to write a book in the future, right?
Listen, I can write several books.
Well, whenever you're ready to start. I'm telling you, Canva does it.
I need to write a book about breaking away from the inner child, sharing my interpersonal stories and how I actually became an adult, and how even as an adult, certain things and certain facets of my inner child still affect me, and I need everybody to not be ashamed of what they went through as a child and understand to embrace it and let it catapult you into true greatness. So maybe I should write a book.
Yeah, just start to dictate it into Google Docs and save whatever thoughts you have. Even if you're not writing it yet and something came to you and you're flowing that day, just open Google Docs, dictate it, save it. Save it. Then you copy and paste that into Canva and you'd be doing like a 6x9 book. Latoya, I did an 8x10 book, but seriously, if you want your book to be hardcover, you're going to need to do 8.5x11. But I'm not switching my book because I like the soft cover, the paperback.
Right. I love this. I like this better than the other books because it's easier and it feels more.
And you see how big the fonts are?
Yeah,
you can
and
see
fonts
the thing.
Are big. It's probably, what is this? This is 12 or 14 font?
That's a 12.
Okay, 12 font with probably 1.5 spacing. 1.5 spacing with some pictures. Obviously, there are some tables and ingredients.
That's
and
the ingredients
highlighted.
And I did all this tonight. I did like the color box behind this. I did the frame around that. And I set up, what I did was I set up the pages the way I want to set them up, and then I just duplicated them. And then I went in there and changed what the rest.
And then on top of that, she's added a lot of culture to this. It's not just the Belizean cookbook you need because the ingredients are Belizean. And of course, you can mix, mingle, supplement ingredients, add more, whatever, to get your own flavors based on the blueprint of this book. But also in here, she has certain Belizean dialogue and dialect in it that teaches you. It says, when cockroach make dance, invite fool.
When cockroach make dance, invite fowl. Fowl is a chicken.
Fowl, okay, fowl.
Because the chicken will eat the roach.
Yes.
Yeah. So
when cockroaches make them dance, invite fowl. When cockroaches make a dance, it doesn't invite the fowl or chicken. Don't invite trouble. Don't go looking for trouble. So you have this scattered, the 5 Belizean proverbs. So you have more proverbs, or is this the only one?
This is the only page with the proverbs, because the other pages have different things. Like if you look in the back, I have a page on plantains and I have a page on coconut. You better left for we birthday cake right here, Joshua. While you look in the back for that stuff, let me tell you, Sarita said, Barbara, please tell him that I'm in love and I will be a new subscriber. I'm enjoying this. Love, I need a ride. Sarita, you better get your book. I went to her birthday party. She had it close to here because she lives in LA. She better get her butt up here. And Sarita usually watch on her TV, so she can't comment. Child, she up on her phone commenting for you.
Child, listen, Sarita, let me tell you something. One day I might talk some politics. The next day I might be crashing out. You probably say I'm crazy, schizophrenic. So you ain't for
cussing everybody out.
And cussing everybody out. But no, I need to change because, again, I cannot be a part of certain programs and I can't do certain things. So on my backup channel, which I would share on my community wall of the channel that you subscribe to, is where I would get down, dirty, and messy. Okay. Yeah.
That channel is called Hurricane Donut.
Hurricane Donut. Yes.
You know, when you
like Hurricane
when you
Katrina,
come up,
cleaning it all up.
You have
it all up and cleaning it all up.
You have to type in Hurricane Donut, and then it comes up, but all it says is Donut without the TM. And that's how I know that's that channel.
Right. Yep. All it says is the username is Donut without the TM. Hurricane Donut.
Hurricane Donut. And your other channel, you've got it hidden for right now, right?
No, I don't have it hidden right now.
Uh-huh.
It's just anytime people start talking crap, it's just like my channel has been maliciously hindered right now because people want to talk trash about me so that they can tear it and convince the people that are subscribed to me to unsubscribe. So every so often I go and hide it.
Josh.
You know, so right now it's not hidden. So you guys can go and join it, but I definitely
you can still find it right now.
Yeah, you can still find it. It's right here. You know, I didn't know.
Do not. I see you taking off. I don't see you stuck at. You know, some people get into YouTube and they're stuck at 30,000 forever. Right,
forever.
Now I see you going. Even though my views are low, I still grew in subscribers, and people think that I bought subscribers. Child, I don't have money to waste. What am I going to buy subscribers for?
Yeah.
Like Boots Taro, he buys subscribers and he buys views and likes, but he tells you, I buy that on Instagram because I want to look good. I don't give a shit. I don't make no money off of it anyways. I just want my thing to build up. He tells you some go. I'm okay with that if he tells you.
I didn't like, and just like you, when it comes to the views, you have new people over here. You probably got 20, 30 new people from my sector during the collaboration or other people that's coming in, vice for a second or whatever. It's like people don't understand, and that's why I need people to understand. You probably have 400, 500, or even 1,000 people watching your live stream, but look at the analytics. I had a video where I got 15,000 views on it now, right? And then when I look at the analytics, only got 60 new subscribers. Or if I do a video about law, or even if I'm cooking in the kitchen, I probably get 600, 700 views, but I only got 60, 70 new subscribers. And I think that that's what it's really about in the end, finding the true supporters that's going to actually support you. It's humbling, especially to have so many subscribers and expect so many people to support you, and they don't because of whatever reason, like a cyber attack or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, you're growing. Like I would have stayed stagnant I was at 2.8, and then you know, the robot started attacking me. I would have been staying stagnant had I not gone out and talked about YNW Melly trial, Donald Trump, or anything other than just the beef sector of YouTube. And that's really the secret to growing for me, at least for right now. But again, I need to fall into a specific niche, and that niche needs to be defined as something that everybody depends on me talking about. And when something happens, they say,
something you'll be known for.
Right.
I get it.
And right now, people want to know me for YouTube beef and doxing and going back and forth. And I'm just like, that was fun, but you know what? Now that y'all have taken the fun out of it, you've killed your own source of entertainment coming to me, and now I'm going to fall into some niche. And then instead of me talking about Jaguar, right, or YouTubers all the time, and they pulling up to listen to that, I need to talk about black politics or something all the time, and then the surprise element need to be going back and forth with the YouTube.
I think how you can figure out what niche you want to be in is figure what like what makes you cry. Like for instance, when I was like looking into seeing what I should do, like I don't like when people pick on teenage girls, you know, like even from let's say 9, 10, right, you know, up to 20, right? Because of their weight. And so I figure that hurts my heart. So I want to help those people lose weight because I'm constantly finding different ways for me to lose weight, right? So I always want to help those people. So sometimes that's how I started my career. My first book that I wrote was about my weight loss journey and weight gain and what causes weight gain, And I started off with that. And I still really haven't veered too far away from that because even though we cook all this food, we never overeat. We always tell people don't eat too much of this because this is rich, right? But we tell people don't eat too much of this because it's rich. If you're going to have this cake, share it with somebody. We're always trying to get people to eat more. I mean, good food that you like, but not to pig out on it. You know what I mean? And so I still think that's the core of what I started with. And I don't even have that book out there anymore. I had my other book publisher people take it down because I would just want to do cookbooks. And but it's like, are you going to do a healthy cookbook? No, because I don't know enough healthy. It's just a lot to find even 65 recipes that you want to stay coherent with and put it into categories and really know it. That that's why the cake book that I'm working on is a struggle because some of the cakes I've never made before, and I make them and they're trash, and I got to trash them. And then I make them again, and when they're halfway decent, I give them to the neighbor across the street because they have a big family over there of 4, right? And they like it, and they don't care that I give it to them cut. You see how that cake was cut already? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I have to give it to them cut already because I have to take a picture of the inside of the cake. People don't want to see the outside only. They want to see what it looks like when you cut it, right? So I think if you go back and you question yourself, okay, what makes me extremely happy and what makes me extremely sad? And most of the time, it meets like a Venn diagram somewhere in the middle. And that's so you can pick. Because maybe you might say, I want to do black politics. And you might find out if you do that ad nauseum, you might get tired of it. You might get tired of it. Yeah. So you might say, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. And just kind of pick at something that makes you happy. Because honestly, even if I get burned out of cooking, doing that next cooking video, and sometimes I want to quit because I get so burned out, I ask myself, if somebody came and paid me some money right now to make that next video, would I do it? Yes, I jump up and I do it. So I know I still like it. Yeah. Because I'm excited to go to that thing that they're going to have. I'm not going to be cooking, but I'm going to be selling my cookbooks.
Yeah, that's the thing. I get burnt out too much of anything. Like whether it's black politics, whether it's YouTube, beef, drama, I get burnt out. And I'm like, okay, y'all ain't burnt out because I'm burnt out.
But I like that you're honest about that too.
Yeah.
Like when you get tired of it, you say, I'm tired of it.
Yeah. You ever try vlogging?
No, you're talking about what Ace does? He loves that kind of stuff. They travel and they just walk up to random people and talk and party with them. They don't even know these people could be the killer.
I did that in Puerto Rico. I do that all the time. Like if I go outside of here and go to your neighborhood, I would just do that. And people would gravitate towards me. I do it all the time. Like in my day-to-day life.
You should record that. How big is your good camera? It's big?
It's like it has a big body to it in the 6K.
You use a GoPro or something like that.
I use a GoPro or even my cell phone, but mostly a GoPro. But see, GoPros are not live. Like I'm used to doing live streams instead of actually just doing videos.
I mean, you could still do a live stream and do video.
Yeah. Or you could do it with the phone, the live stream.
Yeah, I think I need to get a GoPro, get 2 additional cameras, and one of them be a GoPro to go out and just. Have some fun.
I get one for Christmas, and
we got him that it was the 10.
10, yeah.
We got him because they have a newer one. I think they have the 11. We got him the 10 from Costco because it came as a whole little kit thing, and then he's like developing it out because he bought a case to put it in that gives it how much hours of battery? 8 to 9 hours. 8 to 9 hours of battery power. He just got that for Father's Day, the thing that you add to it to boost the battery.
Nice.
Yeah. So he likes his the GoPro. I was shocked at the image. It was really nice image and good sound too. Sarita, we are editing a video. Crap, where's that video? It's at Joe's page. Sarita, you have to go to Hello People Joe here and watch the vlog that Joe put up because he has your whole party with the girl. We have your whole family doing the most.
Crazy. So here's the thing. I feel like I got the itis.
You want to rest?
Which means yes, I'll just take a break from actually recording.
Yeah, we can.
So I'm gonna give a wrap, and then you can obviously this is your show. But so my name is Denai. I have known the Bad Pantry for some time. She's met me and decided to befriend me at the darkest time of my YouTube career.
This is
that's the case that it's in.
Right there.
Yeah, this is the GoPro.
The GoPro is just this little piece,
right? And that's the battery pack. Yeah, I definitely need this. Y'all got so many cameras around here.
Pull it out,
see, that's how small that is. That's what Ace uses, a GoPro. So Denat was saying that I befriended him at the darkest time in his life because of the YouTube beef.
Darkest time in my
YouTube career. But I was watching from the bushes and I decided to speak up because I didn't want to be one of those people that waited until he made it to speak up and go, I knew you were going to make it and I was watching you the whole time. And I'm an older person. I'm going to be 57 in August. Joe's going to be 66. He's gonna be 66 in October. And we're older people doing YouTube, so we don't get caught up in the beef and the mess. But I watch, and if I find that somebody is being bullied or beat up or whatever, I tend to always go with the underdog in everything that I do. I've always been that way in my life. And I reached out to did not reach out to me. I reached out to him because I like him. And I asked him when he came back to California to let's do a collab. And we would have met him anywhere. We had it set up to meet you at that restaurant that one day. But my friend flaked out on me and I got pissed and came home.
Yeah,
that story.
Crazy.
And so he drove all the way here from hour and 43 minutes away.
San Diego.
And I am grateful he came. We had fun. He picked the two most time-consuming things, but I'm glad you did, because now you can make these dishes on your own and put the spices you want to put. And you have your own now. You're gonna have your own donut recipes. It's not gonna be Barbara's recipe no more. It's gonna be your own recipe.
And that's the beauty and the simplicity of this book is this cookbook teaches you the recipes, and you get to, just like any other recipe, you get to implement. But what you don't want to take away from the recipes, and which Barbara has in this book, are the actual cultural references and the cultural taste and certain seasoning that you have, like, you know.
Talk. I want to show them something.
And so I've had the pleasure of meeting Barbara and her husband Joe. They have been a great, fantastic host. Invited me into the home. We cooked meat pies, as you can see right there. I'm actually going to take more than half of them with me. We also cook oxtails, some rice and peas with coconut milk.
This is the one when I tell you about plantain. So the green one, the ripe one, because people throw these black ones away, but they're good, right? And then this is the black ricotta that I told you about for a soup that we make. And then this other page back here, I'm telling you about all about coconuts, how to get into the coconut, because you see how the coconut look like it has a face and it has two smaller holes and a bigger hole. The bigger hole, I call it the mouth, and that's where you gain entrance. It's soft. The next two are rock hard, and one is always going to be one that's soft. And if you don't know which one, just try all three. And the soft one, you're going to get in. And all these three coconuts are different stage of maturity. And I show all that. See, and I show how to make coconut milk.
Yeah.
There's so much extras. And this is the cake you were talking about.
Like fruit cake. Yeah.
The Jamaican cake, we make it too. That's his book. Let me not steal his book.
My book.
I'm going to have to sign it for you.
Please.
Yes.
Sign it for me.
Well, do not take a rest before he takes his long drive. No, I'm not ending it. I'm just saying Donut's going to take a rest before he takes his long drive. So let him go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just going to give a recap. So it's been fantastic, the conversations, the food. We saw Joe over there cooking oxtails, tearing it up. I was a bit reluctant because they did not use any browning. They use seasoning that is specific to Brazilians. I keep saying Brazilians. Belizeans. Sorry, blame it on the alcohol.
You could just say Belize people.
The Belize people. And also the meat pies, and it's been a pleasure learning how to make these, actually making it with Barbara. We did it in the previous video, so go check that video out and see. And also down to eating this wonderful, delicious food. Belizean people like peas and carrots in their potato salad, so do the Caribbean people. So it wasn't foreign to me. I didn't turn my nose up. I really liked it. Honestly, I probably would have put a little bit more pickle juice or some tangy in it, because that's just
I think mustard would have did it for you.
Mustard probably would have did it. Probably, I don't know. The oxtails were super fantastic, super tender, moist, and I actually got the chance to taste the oxtail opposed to tasting all of these different compilation of seasoning. The seasoning did not overshadow the oxtail, but again, the recipes are in this book, 65 Belizean restaurants recipes
you
that you need to know.
I named it that book because I want to say this is the only Belizean cookbook you'll ever need. That's why I picked that name.
The only Belizean cookbook you will ever need.
Your pretty girl came in, U.S. Army brat. I saw
Hey,
her in one
what's
of
up,
your things.
US
She's so
Army
pretty.
She
I saw
is.
her in one of your things. She's the one that works in construction or something, right?
No,
she had the hard hat on.
No, that's Yolanda.
Who's this one?
She's a military.
Okay, military.
And Trump supporter.
Oh, Lord, wow.
So
Jesus.
I'm beginning to identify y'all.
Lord Jesus. And then Fifi came back. Fifi says amazing live. And then who else? I think Nikki said, she's an angel. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave you floundering and then come when you already made it to the 1 million subscribers. I go, I was there when they were picking on you, but I didn't say nothing because I had too much to lose. No, I'll do that.
You know, I freaking hate that. Remember when I was on that one lady's channel that started with the E, somebody came up and said, "Oh, I support you." And you, no, you don't. Get away from me. Don't unsubscribe. Don't. You got millions of other people to go watch.
You need to support people through thick or thin, and that's how me and Joel. We had a friend that had a aneurysm right when we closed our business. We were only acquainted with him. We weren't like friends, right? And we went to his bedside, right, Joel? Every day for 9 weeks. My viewers can tell you we went every single. This man's nothing to us. He's not family. He's been a friend. He's an acquaintance. We went every single day by his bedside. My daughter went and played the guitar. He's in a coma. He's not awake. He's in a coma. And then when he came out the hospital and he couldn't walk, because he was atrophied from being in the bed 9 weeks, we went to see him at the convalescent home. We went twice a week then. We didn't go every day. And they thought we were his family because we were so faithful about it.
Right.
Till he got back. When Christmas came, 2017, he wanted to escape that place and come be with us. His kids didn't want to sign off on him coming. We had to beg them like he was a little kid. And he came and he spent the day with us. And we don't say that to be boastful. That's just how we are. We are going to be by your side through thick and thin. Unfortunately, we don't have people like that in our lives. Too many of them. We have a few. But it's like, we don't care. We're just going to keep putting that seed out there that it can come back to us. Me
personally, like, I'm the type of person where, like, people are like, oh, you don't have any friends. Like, I've had an opportunity to have hundreds and thousands of friends. I've just collectively decided that they are acquaintances and associates that are in this category with a whole bunch of people that I barely talk to, barely speak to, don't have my phone. If I change my phone number, don't know, yada, yada. If I send my everything is cool. So I think like what you've displayed is the definition of actual friend, somebody that's going to be there. A friend should be someone that you perhaps look at as if they're an extension to your family, if not replacing your family, especially through social media, whatever. So I love to have you as a friend. I love you inviting me. And the 3 Ps,
remember? I always promote you when you're doing your stuff. I put it on my pages.
Yeah.
I'm always protecting you, and I'm always providing for you, even if it's $1 cash out, right? It's like, okay, I got to send. Especially if you did a good show, and I see the energy leave your body. Because sometimes I see the energy leave your body, like the preachers. You ever see when a preacher really preach, they're done, they're exhausted? Exactly. That's when these people want to go to them and go, preacher, pray for my baby. Leave the man alone. The man expended all his energy. He's empty right now. He needs to be filled back up with something. You leave him alone.
And I think that that's human. It's like being on the sector of YouTube. I have this stigma to where even if I'm tired, worn out, or my mental health is being played with, I can't show that because it's a sign of weakness when it's actually a sign of humanity.
Yeah. And I like that part about you because you can show that. I've shown that, right, Joe? When how many people have died since I started my show? My mom, Joe's dad, and I come up on here crying and letting them know my people passed away. You know what I mean?
Yes. Thank you so much. Blessings and everything you do as well.
Carla, he loved your pepper. See, Carla's in there as my mod.
Wait, this is her pepper?
Yeah.
Listen, this is amazing. I can't eat too much of it. It's just like a little dip in that. And what I really appreciated about this particular pepper is it didn't take much, which means that you get to enjoy. Less is more. So when the statement less is more when it comes to hot sauce and peppers, this is less is more for me. I will say that. It's
flavorful. It's nice.
Very flavorful.
And she grows all this stuff. That's what I like about her stuff. She grows all this stuff. Yeah.
And this bottle, like the way I eat it, at least this bottle will last me for a very long time.
And her bottle, she's still looking at the packaging. See, I like that because you could put a drop.
You can put a drop. Yes,
I like that. I think Marie Sharp did that too, right? In hers, but Marie Sharp is rich. She been doing this for years. Okay?
Yeah,
I like that one drop thing.
That's good. And the other one, you need. Child, I hate the fact that it's a black man that owns it. But anyway, thank you, Fifi. The food is better. It tastes better than it looks. Absolutely, it does. I just got the itis. I knew I wanted to eat the main dish, which are the meat pies and the oxtails. But the oxtails have a shorter lifespan than the meat pies, so I'm gonna take the meat pies with me. This definitely was an awesome collaboration. Really appreciate you. What's your website? What is your website?
Bearpantyshow.com.
Go ahead. Yes, the Bear Pan.
No, not the Bear.
All right, moderators,
BearPantherShow.com.
can you drop the link to her website, please? And thank you.
Carla, drop it for me,
And
baby.
good night, Latoya. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being
Degracia, babes.
A1 Day One and everybody else. Moderators, drop the link, and now it's on you to close this out.
I'll see you guys in the Knots chat. All of the Knots people. I'm always in this chat. And sometimes when you see I don't type too quickly, it's because I'm doing the dishes. You see all the dishes I have to do?
Yeah.
But I'm always in the Knots chat. And we will collab again really soon. We don't know where. And maybe the Knot will cook for me the pumpkin, sweet potato pie.
Listen.
Sweet potato pie.
I'm
Right?
sorry. Let me stop. Black people don't eat sweet pumpkin pie like that. We want the sweet potato. Though they taste similar. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to care.
I don't think I've ever tasted sweet potato pie. We make a potato pone. Or potato pound. We call it pound, but other people call it pone.
Listen, when I show you sweet potato pie,
I'm coming.
You're not gonna want to cook no other pie. I promise.
And he has the pie dough. He has the pie dough now.
Now I got the pie dough. Know how to make it. I don't have to go to the store and buy those frozen shells.
Yeah, I don't buy that crap. It has an aftertaste. It's like, I make my own pie dough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this live. Well, and go watch the other one. Share it, like it, flip it, reverse it. Do everything you need to do to get it out there in the algorithm. And we will collab again because he's a really, really decent young man. And anybody that messed with him and messed up their relationship with him, it's your loss. Because if you meet him in real life, he is humble, he's respectful, and he's kind. And that's what you need.
And let me tell you, Barbara would have never gotten a chance to meet me had she exuberant some element about herself that wanted to control me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do well with those people. So some of these favorite content creators over in another sector of YouTube feel like I missed out. I'm the one who pulled the plug on the relationship because I ain't got time for the BS. Do you got time for the BS, Joe?
Nope.
Do you got time for the BS, Barbara?
No.
Well, you know what? I think it's time for us to go. Thank you all so much. Bye.
Bye, people.